Carl Jung's Red Book, Decoding the Soul Through Astrology, Tarot, and the I Ching. Even if you have never read a single page of his books, you have absolutely used his theories in your daily life. The globally viral MBTI 16 personality test completely copies its underlying logic from his psychological typologies. Even the terms introvert and extrovert, which modern people toss around every single day, were coined single-handedly by him. On the altar of modern psychology, Carl Jung is an absolute scientific titan. Yet he was also a deeply paradoxical maverick. In his early years, he was the most brilliant disciple and chosen successor of Sigmund Freud, the founding father of psychoanalysis. But, at the peak of his career, the two shattered their relationship over a fundamental clash of philosophies. Freud adamantly insisted that the entire human subconscious stems from biological instincts and childhood repressions. Jung, however, stubbornly believed that hidden in the deepest recesses of the human soul lies a mysterious, transcendent power connected to the vast universe. Following the rupture, Jung spiraled into a years-long mental crisis. By day, he was a respected professor of psychology. By night, he transformed into a medieval alchemist, secretly studying natal charts, tarot cards, and the Chinese I Ching. He even established a rule that seemed utterly insane to the medical community at the time. When treating patients with severe depression or anxiety for whom conventional therapy had failed, he would demand their exact birth times and draw up a precise astrological chart for them. Today, we will open Jung's Red Book, sealed away for decades in a Swiss bank vault. We will examine how this Grand Master of Psychology utilized astrology, tarot, and the I Ching as a scalpel to unlock the ultimate code of the modern psyche. Why did a rigorous medical doctor resort to the tools of a fortune teller? To understand this, we must first reconstruct the theories that shocked the world, the collective unconscious and archetypes. The timeless ancient database. Jung's formulation of this theory began with a bizarre case that haunted him for the rest of his life. During his early years as a clinician, he treated a completely uneducated, semi-illiterate psychiatric patient. One day, the patient dragged Jung to the window, pointed at the sky, and said, "Doctor, look, there is a pipe hanging beneath the sun. Whenever I shake my head, that pipe shakes with it, and that is where the wind on Earth comes from." At the time, Jung dismissed it as a mere hallucination and noted it down without much thought. Years later, however, Jung came across a highly obscure ancient Greek Mithraic liturgy that had just been translated into German. The moment he flipped through this 2,000-year-old text, chills ran down his spine. Written clearly on the page was, "Beneath the disk of the sun hangs a tube, which is the origin of the wind." How could an illiterate modern madman accurately recite the top-secret scripture of a pagan sect from 2 millennia ago? Jung had an epiphany. The human brain is absolutely not a blank slate at birth waiting to be written upon. Just as our physical bodies inherit the genetic traits of our ancestors, our psychological structure inherits the spiritual experiences forged across millions of years of human evolution. In the deepest layers of our subconscious lies an ancient database shared by all mankind, the famous collective unconscious. This database is a factory setting hardwired into our DNA, transcending race and geography. Whether you are a modern citizen sitting in a skyscraper or a hunter in a primitive tribe tens of thousands of years ago, everyone accesses the exact same cosmic cloud server. And this server is packed with psychological templates distilled by our ancestors as they faced the unknown. Jung called these archetypes, such as the wise old man, the great mother, and the shadow. When ancient humans gazed up at the starlight, they projected these genetic archetypes onto the cosmos. Thus, Mars became the archetype of rage, and Saturn became the archetype of fear. When Jung looked at a patient's birth chart, he wasn't looking at superstition, he was looking at a spectral map of the soul's archetypes, using it to help the patient recognize the deep schisms within their psyche. The 3 keys to the subconscious. Armed with the key of the archetypes, Jung began searching the 3 ancient occult traditions of the East and West for tools to dialogue with the subconscious. The historical anecdotes he left behind are more miraculous than anyone could imagine. In letters to his friends, Jung admitted that he had secretly collected and studied the natal charts of over 400 married couples. Applying rigorous statistical methods, he was shocked to discover that among these married pairs, the moon representing emotion and the sun representing the self, formed perfect conjunctions at a rate that vastly exceeded mathematical randomness. This solidified his belief that astrological charts could precisely mirror the fatal attraction of souls through a gravitational wave humanity has yet to discover. Story 2. The Tarot Card That Shattered a Defense. To Jung, the 22 major arcana of the tarot were a visualized epitome of subconscious archetypes. He frequently had patients who were stuck in psychological gridlocks. Draw cards at random. Once, a wealthy female patient who had been tormented by her marriage for years, but always maintained an aura of aristocratic elegance, randomly drew the Tower card. The imagery depicted a magnificent tower shattered by lightning, with figures plunging into the abyss. As she stared at the card, her psychological defense mechanisms instantly collapsed. She wept uncontrollably into her hands and confessed her long-hidden, paralyzing fear that her family could shatter at any moment, stripping away her dignity. In Jung's hands, the tarot became a developer fluid for the subconscious. Story 3. A dialogue across time with the I Ching. Yet, among these three sacred systems, the one that left Jung in the greatest awe was China's I Ching. In the 1920s, when his friend Richard Wilhelm was about to publish his German translation of the book, Jung attempted a daring experiment. He walked out to a century-old tree in his garden and, following ancient Eastern rituals, cast coins to divine for the book itself. He asked the I Ching, "What is your opinion on your upcoming publication in the Western world?" He cast Hexagram 50, Ding, the Cauldron. In Chinese civilization, the Ding is the supreme sacred vessel used for rituals, melting materials, and spiritual rebirth. Through this hexagram, the I Ching answered Jung, "I am coming to the West, and like a giant cauldron, I will remelt and baptize the restless souls of Westerners." Jung was profoundly shaken by this flawlessly precise answer. He personally penned a lengthy foreword for the English edition, declaring to the Western world that Eastern wisdom had long ago mastered the underlying logic of the universe. Synchronicity and the path of alchemical rebirth. Why can astrology, tarot, and the I Ching, divinations that seemingly lack any cause and effect, be so uncannily accurate? Jung, alongside the renowned quantum physicist Wolfgang Pauli, co-conceptualized a mind-bending cross-disciplinary theory, synchronicity. Just like the rare golden-green scarab beetle that tapped against his windowpane at the exact moment a patient was describing her dream of a scarab, Jung posited that there exists a phenomenon of meaningful coincidence. When the energy of the human subconscious accumulates to a certain critical threshold, it bends the surrounding physical space, forcing the external material world to resonate at the exact same frequency. This connection is not causal, it is a cosmic-level entanglement between mind and matter. All ancient divination systems are, in essence, tools humans use to harness synchronicity, capturing the encrypted signals exchanged between the cosmos and the soul at a single given moment. It wasn't until 2009, nearly half a century after Jung's death, that his family finally agreed to release the Red Book, which rumors claimed was the product of a man who had lost his mind. When scholars opened it, they were stunned by its breathtaking artistry and profound phantasmagoric imagery. The book chronicled Jung's real experiences during his mental crises, where he forced himself into semi-hypnotic dream states to actively plunge into the abyss of his subconscious. In these visions, he encountered a wise old man with kingfisher wings named Philemon. Through Philemon, Jung saw through the illusion of reality. He realized that the medieval alchemists who attempted to turn lead into gold were never conducting chemical experiments. The essence of alchemy is spiritual. It is humanity's attempt to take a soul laden with impurities, fears, and trauma, the spiritual lead, and refine it in the fires of the psyche. By reconciling with the shadow in the subconscious, one ultimately transforms it into the flawless gold of the true self. This is the path of individuation that Jung founded. As Philemon told him in a vision, "Carl, you must understand, your thoughts are not created by you. They are like animals in a forest, they grow on their own, you merely observe them." Many critics have attacked Jung, claiming he derailed rigorous psychology into the trap of mysticism. But as Jung famously replied, "I do not need to believe in the existence of God or the soul. I know them through experience." In this modern society, where depression and anxiety spreadeth easily as the common flu, we perhaps need Jung more than ever. He gently reminds us that humans are never cold machines driven merely by chemical neurotransmitters. We are microcosms of the vast universe. Every bout of pain we endure, and every dream we weave, resonates in perfect synchronicity with the stars across the sky. When the scalpel of science fails to suture the wounds of the soul, perhaps ancient metaphysical metaphors can still light a warm, guiding lamp for you.